Hello there, my name is Jordan, and this is my presentation on sister planets, Uranus and Neptune. So I'm going to start off with why these two planets are considered sisters. They actually are considered twins because of their similar size and color. They're both a bright blue color. Both are considered ice giants because of their deep atmosphere and icy interiors. Some people think that actually the reason that they're different is because they both encountered some sort of exterior hit of a rock or something. Uranus is the seventh planet from the sun. It is 51,118 kilometers and from the sun, or no, I'm sorry, in size. It's 86.8 times 10 to the 24th power kilogram in mass. It has 27 moons. The moons are thought to be used to be parts of Uranus because of the way that they're shaped and how many there are. And it is 2,870,658,186 kilometers from the sun. And 1 year on Uranus is thought to be 84 years on Earth, and it is negative 195 degrees Celsius on the planet, so it's very cold, which is another reason why they call it an icy giant. Some science facts are Uranus has 11 inner rings, 2 outer rings, and they most likely formed when some of Uranus's other moons impacted and the rings left a ring of debris. The first rings were discovered in 1977, and the other 2 rings were discovered by the Hubble telescope in 2003 and 2005. In 1986, the Voyager 2 sent its first photographic images of the planet, and we'll soon find out that that also happened with Neptune. But because of its 98-degree axis tilt, the planet is said to be rolling around the sun on its side. Fun facts. So the 13 rings around Uranus can barely be seen. They're very slight rings, and like I said, they are rings of debris that are thought to be of the moons. They were discovered by Wilhelm Herschel in 1781. He wanted to name it after himself, but the other planets and other moons were named after Roman gods, so they decided to name Uranus after the Greek deity Uranos, and it's actually the only planet that is named after a Greek deity instead of a Roman deity. It turns on its axis every 17 hours. It's the coldest temperature on any planet. The moons are named after Shakespeare's characters Miranda, Tatiana, and Oberon. So Neptune is the 8th planet. It's 49,528 kilometers. It is 102 times 10 to the 24th power kilograms in mass. There are only 14 moons, and it is 4,498,396,441 kilometers from the sun. 1 year equals 165 Earth years, and it is negative 2,000 degrees Celsius. The atmosphere is made up of 74% hydrogen, 25% helium, and 1% methane. Uranus also has a similar atmospheric pressure, and the methane absorbs the red light, which causes the planets to be blue. And then its atmosphere is subdivided between a troposphere and a stratosphere. Its position was discovered in 1846 due to a mathematical prediction, and it's 1 billion miles further from the sun than Uranus. It's also considered to be the windiest planet. Some fun facts include it has 6 faint rings that are made of icy crystals and other debris. It 1 year equals 165 Earth years. I accidentally repeated that fact. In 1982, the Voyager 2 took the first close-up images after passing Uranus, and it was named after the Roman sea god. Not visible to the naked eye when it was first detected in 1846, and it is not actually made a solid body, but of icy and gaseous materials. And it has 14. The differences between Uranus and Neptune, of course, Uranus is a little blander. It is mostly cloudless, but it does have a few wisps of clouds at the top level of its atmosphere. The axis tilts at a higher degree, and the moons rotate stably around Uranus. Whereas in Neptune, the brighter, darker bands and the largest moon is inclined on an orbit. So it's a little bit more erratic. And then both Uranus and Neptune have very different magnetic fields because of the impact that something came into. Scientists don't really know what impacted it. They can just tell by their interior makeup that something in the last millions of years had impacted it, and because of the way it impacted Uranus and Neptune, it changed their interior and exterior structures to be very different. And that is